If you've been looking for a quick and easy online solution for making your own flipbooks, look no more. This video will show you how to successfully create a flipbook online using Flipsnack. There are two ways in which you can create a flipbook in Flipsnack. You can either upload your own PDF or do it from scratch. You can even use one of our mini templates if you need. For magazines to catalogs or even photo albums, all you need to do is customize the template of your choice and your design will be ready for publication in no time. It's so easy to transform a PDF into a stunning lifelike publication. You can select one or more PDF or JPG files to start with and merge them together. Here, you can even change the order if you wish to. When you start from scratch, Flipsnack comes in to help with a plethora of flipbook templates. Let's say you want to make a catalog, but you don't necessarily have the skills to design one. All you have to do is head over to our template section and scroll down until you see a catalog template that is suitable for your needs. Set the desired page layout in the editor with a simple click, or select the whole template by clicking on Use All Pages. The editing part is going to be the fun part because you get to play around with the images, fonts, colors, text, and add branding elements such as custom colors and your logo to make it even more authentic. Flipsnack can also help you boost sales by adding links directly to your catalogs. Once you're happy with the result, you can either download your catalog as PDF, HTML5, GIF, or video. But wait, it doesn't stop here. There are so many ways in which you can promote your flipbook. Share it with your social media community, send it via email, or even embed it on your own website. And the best part of all of this is that you can easily track visitors' data and traffic. Sharing your ideas with the world through a magazine or your products through a catalog is as fast and easy as a single click.
Hey, if you liked that video, then you should check these out. If not, then sorry. But we have lots of other videos you can watch. You just still have to subscribe.
You are watching Cold Fusion TV.
Hi, welcome to another Cold Fusion video. This video is part of an ongoing series in collaboration with Upload VR. The series will cover the emerging technology of the VR and AR industry and what it means for the world we live in. Virtual reality and augmented reality. They seem to be hot buzzwords which we've all heard before. But what are they exactly, and what's the difference between them? In this video, we'll take a look. Let's start with VR. In simple terms, VR is a computer-generated simulation or replacement of one's environment. For example, you put on a headset, it blocks out your world view and substitutes a digital world that's designed to fool your senses. From the point of view of your brain, you're somewhere else. It's a form of mental teleportation, if you will. So where did VR come from? There's going to be a full video on the history of VR, but the basic gist is as follows. The origins of VR as a technology system can be traced back to 1962 when filmmaker Mort Heelig created the Sensorama. It was an arcade-style cabinet with a 3D display, vibrating seat, stereo sound, fan, and scent producer. One of the experiences was riding a motorcycle down the streets of Brooklyn. The viewer would have a 3D view of the streets while having the wind blow in their face, while simultaneously feeling the vibration of the motorcycle seat and even experiencing the smells of the city. Although it was absolutely revolutionary for the time, the idea largely didn't gain traction. Most people point to MIT computer scientist Ivan Sutherland as being the godfather of VR displays. In 1968, he created the Sword of Damocles, the first VR headset. He and his colleagues at MIT started the first virtual headset experiment. As a side point, Sutherland was a low-key genius. He also invented Sketchpad in 1963, an advanced software for computer-aided design and a breakthrough in human-computer interaction. But more on this in the full history video. It wouldn't be until 1987 when the actual term virtual reality was coined. The term was the brainchild of Jaron Lanier, an American computer philosopher and computer scientist. Let's break down the actual meaning of virtual reality. Virtual means being something in effect, though not in actuality or in fact. This is from mid-15th century English. So in other words, ideally, VR is an approximation of our reality that is digital, but not reality itself. Since its inception in the late 60s, VR hardware has existed largely in university research labs in hilariously big and bulky forms, never to test the waters of mainstream consumer product, but more for an understanding of the limits of our brain's perception systems. It was also a helpful tool for PTSD and cognitive behavior therapy patients. Over the years, various companies such as Nintendo and NEC have tried bringing VR to the consumer market, but these efforts were major failures. The reasons for the industry's previous failures will be looked at in future videos, but broadly speaking, the technology just wasn't there and the threshold for building a convincing headset was too high. Until now. Currently, VR is quickly becoming extremely relevant to gamers, 3D artists, architects and real estate agents, teachers and students, and even astronauts. After crying wolf a number of times, VR is finally showing some promise this time around. Okay, let's move on to augmented reality. Augmented reality, also known as mixed reality, is a different beast from VR. This is because its main purpose isn't to cut out the real world and transport you to another one, but rather it's to be an enhancement of your real world with a set of magical virtual objects in it. When a person's real environment is supplemented or augmented with computer-generated images, usually motion-tracked, then that's augmented reality. So if you played Pokemon Go when that was a thing, or have used Snapchat lens face filters, then you've already used primitive forms of augmented reality. Here's another day-to-day but fairly amusing example of augmented reality from a third-person point of view.
The roads have been cleared. We're ready to get back out on the roads. Let's bring this car out, actually, into augmented reality and show you what I'm talking about. Because you hit the roads are clear, visibility looks great, right? You think there's no problem, but then you get behind this guy. You know, the one that doesn't clear the snow and the ice off.
The term augmented reality is attributed to a former Boeing researcher, Thomas Caudell, in 1990. Augment is from the Latin word augere, which means to increase or to add. Hence, AR technology is adding to our existing reality. Currently, augmented reality is also showing promise with efforts like Microsoft's HoloLens and the very secretive Magic Leap project. So let's take a quick summary of both technologies. Virtual reality tends to be completely immersive with no real-world stimuli affecting the experience. The goal of VR is to make the user feel as if they are, in fact, in another place. In stark contrast to this, augmented reality acts as a digital addition to the user's world. For example, objects can appear on tables, information can be displayed in floating windows, and graphics can be generated, all seamlessly motion-tracked to the user's field of view. The thing that makes AR and VR different from any other forms of technology is that it directly affects the perceptions and processes of the human mind in an obvious way. It's the only technology that can provide actual packaged experiences. While there are a large number of people that do think both AR and VR are a fad that will fade out like previous hype cycles of the technologies in the 80s and 90s, the thing to note here is that the underlying technology is vastly more powerful this time round and is very much feasible. Think of it as a time that's parallel to smartphones just before the iPhone. We just need the right blend of killer AR and VR applications, product, price, and consumer demand to really begin the altered reality spark. At current rates, by 2025, attractive AR and VR experiences will be commonplace. If done right, these technologies show incredible potential. Thanks for watching, guys. This was just an introductory video, and there'll be more videos coming in the series with Upload VR. Rest assured, plenty of interesting topics will be covered. So this has been Dagogo, you've been watching Cold Fusion. Don't forget to subscribe if you just stumbled across this channel, and I'll catch you again soon for the next video. Cheers guys, have a good one.
Cold Fusion. It's new thinking.
My name is William Prensky, and I'm the founder and CEO of C&DG. We've been building virtual worlds learning environments in Second Life for the past 12 years. We're networked in real time. We involve live, virtually in-person teaching with faculty and students. We are virtual worlds learning. Students begin to sense that they are present to each other.
So now I'm in Antarctica.
In this module, the students take a helicopter to a drill site.
As the ice accumulates, it traps air pockets of what the atmosphere looked like 800,000 years ago. The goal is to give them an appreciation for the natural environment.
The Florida education system is unique. Pearson Education is our partner. They're the largest educational publisher in the world.
My name is Stephanie Dillon. I'm the Director of Freshman Laboratories.
We've built a CSI-styled murder mystery in which the students have to use the chemistry that they're learning.
Experiential learning in the virtual world, let's group the two together. A lot of the times what you do is draw on an anecdote or something that you have associated with the concept that you're trying to explain.
Making it so accessible teaches students that if they're willing to put the time and effort in, they are capable of being a scientist.
I used to do this in the classroom, but in a large class, I could only ask for 10 volunteers, and everybody else would just sit and watch.
Joe Calhoun, who is the director of the Stavros Center for Economics Education.
Economics is the science of people making choices. And I have the floppy hat, and they have the skates, so I offer to trade. Now, if I wanted to, I could click on this other person. Now, they have the motorcycle, and it doesn't look like he's willing to trade me. He says no.
Distance learning and online education is flat information dissemination. Virtual worlds education is not a fantasy. It's just a place we go. It's that tension, that dynamic tension, which creates what's called a sense of presence. And that sense of presence is vital to connecting the student's emotional reality to the learning environment. Is that way too much information?
There's never too much information, Bill, as long as I'm learning something.